This is my third week journaling and exploring my thoughts. I've been following the book The Artist's Way to explore my mind about creativity and about my mindset on other topics like money, consistency, about my childhood. And this week I've been exploring a little bit more about my creativity. I follow their exercises and I don't feel I have found anything. I don't feel there's like a specific moment like in my memory where I've been like I don't feel creative or anything like that. What I have struggled most with is with perfectionism. During all these 3 weeks I've been practicing or doing automatic drawing, and I feel it has helped me. I think I have seen improvement, and automatic drawing it's really helpful because you just let your mind, like, you don't follow what your mind says. You don't have to hear the doubts or the insecurities. You just have to draw whatever you feel like drawing. So I feel it really helps a lot because I follow more that instinct instead of thinking, oh, is this gonna look good or not? Like, I still have doubts in my head, but I try not to listen to them. So I feel it's like a really good practice because you will get closer to that side where you just draw instinctively. I also drew a portrait of myself and I try not to make it perfect. My art style, it's based on not doing things perfectly because I've always struggled with that. So I just aim for that imperfection because I feel in the imperfections there's like the personality. More there's more to it, and you're not putting limits to creating. That's something that I am also trying to reconnect with because my art style, I started it with that in mind, and I feel the the last few paintings that I have created, I have sketched first because I just get like scared that I'm not gonna get the perspective right or that I'm not going to like the proportions if I draw a person that I'm not gonna get it right. So there's all these things that I have to put to the side. I'm gonna show you the latest painting I did. I have it right here. I usually hang them on the wall. I have my first painting and I have my latest painting on the wall. I don't know if you can say it right. I hope you say it right. This one, this one's actually like really cool. I really like it because there's like story behind, but like you see, I sketched this one, the basic shapes. I usually that's that's what I sketch, and then I also have my first painting here on physical, and I'm gonna show you this one, and you're gonna see the difference. Do you see the difference? How this one I didn't sketch. I remember when I even have, I think I filmed that one, and you can watch it in my YouTube channel, and you can find the video of that one when I painted it. I was also trying to find a way to paint to like replicate my digital art style into a physical form. So it was also kind of practice. So sometimes you have to think of things maybe like they are practice, so you don't think they have to look perfect, because when you practice, you don't aim for perfection, so you can see the difference. But for this painting, I like that I sketched on this one, because I'm gonna make a video, another video explaining like the story behind this one, or maybe not, I don't know. But this one, I like that I did that, because this one is kind of based, inspired in like a part of the mind that's just trying to take control of the whole situation, making you think that it's you, the one that it's making the decision, but in reality, it's not you. It's like that other side. Something that really caught my attention while reading the book, it's a story the author talks about herself, and she said that I don't know if it was a play or something like that she created, and she got really criticized because of it, and they were saying a lot of like bad stuff about it. She thought she needed to get away from everything and take her time to just like heal and reconnect with herself. All that criticism was getting to her. And then she just started writing and journaling all the good opinions, and how she didn't say, no, it doesn't matter if they talk wrong. Like, she actually worked on her things and tried, to take all that negativity out of herself. She just reminded her of the good things that she had done and how she has to focus on the good side. And then later, that same movie was chosen by an European festival, and she won an award, and it went really well. So that's the thing. Sometimes we even ourselves critic our work, and what we have to do is see the good side of things. I remember I painted. It was like a field with flowers, with gouache. And at first, I didn't like it. Sometimes when you're like painting, you don't like what you're seeing, and then at the end, you like it. But this case, I was like, I just don't feel. I feel it's not. I feel it's ugly. I thought in my head, I feel it's ugly, and I put it in my wall for it to get dry, and I would see it every day, and I would just think, oh wait, it's actually beautiful, and I really like it. And I ended up posting a video about it, like the process, on my YouTube channel, and I received a comment from someone that said, "This is ugly." At first, I was like, "How dare you?" Then I was like, "Wait, I actually thought that myself." And then a few months later, it happened again with another artwork, and this time it was another painting. I don't remember which painting, and I received a comment of someone saying it looked like disorganized, I feel, and maybe other like bad comments. And I remember I was on vacations. I was at the beach, and I was walking. I really like going on walks, because sometimes you realize things and just get to conclusions that I feel are like really important. Like, you realize things about life in general. At least for me, I've got a lot of life conclusions that way. I was walking with my family, but like they were talking, and I was just walking in front of them, just thinking about my stuff. And I was thinking about these moments, about how that one painting of the field with the flowers, I thought it was ugly, and then I received a comment of a person saying it was ugly. And then this other painting that I thought something about it, that I didn't like it or something, and someone commented something similar, and I was like, okay, so what I see here is that I am thinking bad about my art, and then people come and tell me what I already thought before. Because the other paintings that I have liked, people I've received good comments, opinions, like good comments about the painting. I didn't think anything bad, and I didn't receive anything like that. So that's really interesting. And I just started talking to myself about how I have to see my art different, because whatever I see, people are gonna see it too, and they're gonna comment that. So comments are really like an external way of seeing things you have already thought. You could say it that way. If you ever receive, if you make videos and if you ever received bad comment, you can think like, did I ever think this? If you did, like, why did I think that? And you can start like changing it yourself. That's what I did. I was like, why did I think this? How can I change this into something that it's more positive instead of all these like negative things going on? And I just started thinking about my art as something like as my expression, and how I have to think good things about it. And I didn't focus on what they were thinking. I was focusing on why I was thinking those things and how I could change that way of seeing some of my paintings, my works, how I could see them in like a more positive light. So I just started changing my mindset. It's really important to love what you do. Did another exercise where I have to complete the sentences, and there was something like, "What's my favorite childhood toy?" And I honestly don't remember any toy or stuffed animals. I don't remember. Oh wait, now I do remember. I really liked Legos. Oh, and I really really liked um building. I There was a toy my father bought for me, and it was a motorcycle, but it was like pieces, and I had to build the motorcycle, and then it worked, and it was really cool. That was one of my favorite things. I really loved games where I had to think and I had to build. There you go. I was just wondering like why I didn't remember stuff. Now I do. As I said, sometimes I just remember things randomly. Something that I have realized is that meditation is a way of accessing your subconscious mind. And I feel journaling is another way of accessing that subconscious mind. I don't know why. It really helps me to write for myself or to myself. I wrote a letter to myself, to my younger self, and I feel it has healed a lot. Like I have healed a lot. I also wrote a letter to my mom because she worked and stuff. So there was this part of me that I realized like I understand why my mom was not at home often because she had to work to make a better life for both of us. But like that younger me, like little Ollie, just really wanted her to be there and she really needed her. So I feel that part of me needed to be healed. Maybe I should talk to my mom about it. And I wrote a letter and I just told her all of this, that I really needed her when I was young, that I would have loved to have spent time with her and to live with her because I lived with my grandma and she lived there, but she didn't spend time there like as much. She just went to sleep and she said she would be at night. She would arrive when I was sleeping and she would leave when I was sleeping in the morning. So like I never saw him. Like she's not in my memories. Like I just have like two memories of my mom. And it's kind of sad. And that part of me was still sad and still like looking like needed that protection and love because I lived with my grandma and you know how my grandma was with me and all of this. So it's healing. I thought it was healed, but at me talking about it right now, I just feel here in my chest like I just want to cry because it just kind of hurts. Like why she was not there with me. I've been working on my money mindset. I found something else. There were like these negative associations with money. So I've been working on that too, trying to change my mindset. And instead of like having these associations with money, I changed them with affirmations, as I told you that last week. I worked also on my consistency, trying to focus on like my purpose of my art and how to make everything, create for me and make things for me because they make me happy instead of looking like an external validation, because I feel I've been looking for an external validation since always. And I don't know why. That there's something I have to still explore. I don't know what happened that I just needed that, and right now I am working on reframing those thoughts and make them be part of, like, come back to me, like, instead of looking for an external validation, to be an internal validation, like myself validate, to validate myself.